Hello, hello, hello. Oh my gosh, it's freaking Tuesday, February 10th, 2026. I have been so busy already this morning. I didn't even get ready. I didn't even get ready for y'all today. We are hello, hello, everyone. Hello, hello. There has been an update in the Nancy. I didn't even get ready, so sorry that I look like a bum. Um, Update. Nancy Guthrie. I was gonna go live later and do an actual in-depth live, but I figured let's just do a little catch up and then we can do a live later. We have Kenzie, we have Epstein today. I'm working on a video right now, an Epstein video to drop. Hello, hello. So they have footage of the potential subject for Nancy Guthrie. So let's look at that. I'm doing a vertical. I haven't done one of these in a minute. Let me know if you guys can see the screen okay. I can't make it any bigger. Pause. From this layout, so don't know. Thank you. Hi Dex. Hey Abuelitas. Hey Crease. Good to see you. Shasta. Hello, hello. Retired Troll. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Hi Irony. Good to see you. So let's look. We're not going to be live very long on here. I just want to do like a quick little update because honestly, we can only look at photos so much and try. We're not like photo investigators. You know, we can theorize and give our opinion and our conclusions, but at the end of the day, I don't know what we're going to get from these photos. Hopefully someone recognizes the eyeballs. Hey, good morning. I know I was so busy. I just like got on here really quick today. Good afternoon. It's morning here, but I do definitely still need my coffee. All right, let's see. Let me make myself a little bit bigger on here. Oh, my bad. Okay, can you guys see the screen all right? They released 2 videos as well. Really? I didn't see the videos. I just saw the pics. On the website? On the FBI? So it says FBI Director 𝗏𝗃 Patel right here. Says over the last 8 days, the FBI and Pima County Sheriff's Department have been working closely with our private sector partners to continue to recover any images or footage from Nancy Guthrie's home that may have been lost, corrupted, or inaccessible due to a variety of factors, including the removal of recording devices. The video was recovered from residual data located in the back-end systems. Working with our partners as of this morning, law enforcement has uncovered these previously inaccessible new images showing an armed individual appearing to have tampered with the camera at Nancy Guthrie's front door the morning of her appearance. You can call 1-800-CALL-FBI or visit their website to drop a tip if you recognize. This is wild. Okay, so wow. Let me see. Let me see if I can make it. I heard Nancy's son-in-law is involved. Yeah, we don't know yet. Let me make it. Let me save it. Let me save the photo so I can zoom it in. Because I think if I save it, I might be able to zoom in more than I can on X. So let's see. I'm sure as hell gonna try. Please hit the like button, guys. This is breaking news. This is crazy. This is crazy. This looks like I don't know. I don't know that this looks like a professional. Oh my gosh. Sorry. I have an Epstein live coming up for a video coming up for you guys, and my computer's taking over Epstein. Here we go. Can I zoom in? Yes, I can. Okay, let me see. I'll try to zoom in as much as I can on my computer system. Okay, so sorry, I have to go in a different way to show you guys the zoom in pictures. Okay, here's one of them. Ooh, I need coffee. I need coffee. I need a drink already. It's 5 o'clock somewhere, right? It's only 10 here. It's gonna be that kind of day. We have a lot of lives planned out. We're gonna maybe do an after dark as well. Oh, it's not letting me share. Hold on. There we go. Oh, okay. Hey, Lieutenant Kenny. Okay, wow. Um, this is pretty outrageous if you ask me. Okay, gloves. Wow. Face mask. A baklava? Is that what Brian Koberger was wearing? Reflectors on the backpack. Mm, this is insane. Is that Nancy's house? Yes, it is. 𝗍𝗲𝗹𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆. Oh. I said it wrong. Thank you, pizza. Of course I did. Okay, let me pull up. There's 4 of them, and then somebody said there was a video. I'll try to get it. Um, I have no words. I have no words. Does that look like the family member? Don't know. Don't know what they look like. Can you guys see that? Did they try to cover the camera with freaking grass and stuff? Like, is it odd it took this long to find the footage? Apparently, they couldn't freaking recover it. So I guess this is what they got. What do you guys think? Does this look like a professional? Nonetheless, you guys, even if what if it was someone that works for someone too? Question mark, question mark. That's right, Kari. They were trying to cover the camera, I think. Oh yeah, that's definitely trying to cover the camera. Okay, why do I get like those eyes are like female eyes? I don't know how I get they had it the whole time. I think so too. I see the mustache, but the eyes are oh my god, Shasta, we just said the same thing. I said, why is it giving female? Female eyes. Is it someone in disguise? Yo, that looks like a girl. They probably didn't show it from the beginning. I bet you they have people in mind or that they're looking at. I think they're just releasing it now because it's time. Lots of question marks. I know. How did they all of a sudden get a picture? I think they've had it. Look at them here, like trying to oh shoot. My bad. I click next. Trying to cover the camera with their fist, their hand. Those that looks like female eye. No, it looks like a man. Really? Poor Nancy, man. I mean, oh yeah, I see what you guys are saying, like a little bit of a mustache right here. Hey, G Sarah, good to see you, girl. I don't know, y'all. What do you guys think? Yeah, here it looks like a man for sure. For sure. I can't believe they finally released it. Let me see. Is there a presser? Pima County just said too, they're not doing a presser. So they're releasing photos, but no presser. Look at the eyebrows and beard. How does he compare to Mr. Sioni in your mind? Well, the son-in-law, sorry if I said brother-in-law. The son-in-law has a long ass beard. I definitely don't think this is him. You know, how do you get that beard under control under this 𝗍𝗲𝗆𝗆𝗆? I feel the higher upside had something to do with it trying to throw us off the Epstein files. Yeah, a lot of people do think that. I'm going through the Epstein files too, you guys. YouTube's on my ass. They do not want me talking about it. They do not want me talking about Epstein. They really don't. Could possibly be a man with makeup as well, but it's giving disguise for sure. Those eyes look like Nancy's big eyes. Nancy's or the daughter? Let's see. FBI Director 𝗏𝗲𝗆𝗆 posted that. Oh my God, there is video. Oh, shit. I don't think it's a woman. Mr. Sione can shave, but look at his eyebrows and tell me what you think. Yeah, you have to turn the phone sideways and zoom. I'm on a vertical. Oh my goodness. This is wild. To me, it looks like just one person. I had a roommate that the family is connected. Yes, they are. I have been bringing that up. Don't use their names on here. That's right, 𝗍𝗲𝗃. Yeah, we have to be really careful because YouTube's trying to silence me. They're trying to silence me. They really are. They don't like it. They don't like it. They don't like you talking about the president and the JE. We're gonna call him JE. Let's watch the video. This looks like one person, but can you imagine little Nancy sleeping in her bed and then you see this? Oh, they got a good video. Oh my gosh, grabs a rock? He did. He grabbed the grass and the bushes to whatever to cover the freaking camera. Imagine you're sleeping. I use nicknames. They'll shut you down quickly. Yeah, they do. We're gonna have to. They're not gonna like the video I have coming either of Epstein. I'm about to drop it later, maybe after this. Lots of stuff, you guys. If I go missing, it was the Epstein files. For sure, for sure. Just look for me if I don't go live one day. Maybe two, because sometimes I do take a time off. Not funny because of what's going on with Nancy, I know, but no, really. They had these. They had these. I believe they had these. For sure, for sure. Can I make this? Oh, I can. My bad. I didn't know I could make it full. They did. They tried to cover it with the brush. Whoa. Imagine you're sleeping and you get a my question is, why did all the children allowed to dude, 𝗍𝗲𝗃, I'm with you on that, girl. I'm with you on that. My mom's not even close to that age, and I'm already like, should I move in? Should I come move in with you guys? Because I wouldn't have to pay any rent. No, but really, I should take them up on that shit. But yeah, no, I get it. Taking care of elderly parents is important. Let's look at this video again. Wow. Imagine Nancy sleeping. I wonder if she got a notice on her phone and was able to hear it before. I wonder if she like tried to fight back. The blood. I wonder if they hit her in the head. I wonder who this is. Do we think this is professional? Let me know in the chat and comments. Professional? Family, allegedly one of the family members, possibly. Or not a professional, just someone who commits burglary acts and thought this is my perfect chance to come up on 6 million Bitcoin. She doesn't have a subscription. That's right. She doesn't. How did they? I guess the FBI can pull stuff. If they didn't have, I don't believe that they didn't have family eyes look like that daughter. I know people said that. And the other picture, huh? This one. Was it this one? Look at those eyes. No alarm. Yeah, I encourage people to contact lawmakers and media campaign and spread footage of knowledge if they come up missing. Yes, it's very true. There's a lot of craziness going on right now. She did get a notice and her heart rate spiked. Yeah, I wonder. I think she did on her phone. I ordered a door camera for my grandpa because of this case. Girl, you need one of those like emergency buttons too. You know that they have like when I worked in healthcare, I had, those, I forget what they're called. A lot of elderly patients had it too. She was old, not incompetent. That's why. In the Jared Bridegan case, which I haven't done a deep dive in yet, we started, but I haven't finished. Jared Bridegan, his wife hired someone to pew pew her ex. So maybe this person got hired? Question mark. It could be, right? We don't know. Let me see what the news is reporting right now. I see JLR is still alive. I don't see Fox, like no one. Let me see. Is any of them live about this? I see Agenda is, but I don't want to play his stuff. Yeah, Life Alert. That's what it's called. I don't know. Get everything you can. I'm even sus on Amazon. I know nothing against Amazon, but like I'm even sus on a lot of Amazon delivery drivers. Really, when they are coming up to my house, I'm like, Seems like they should have had dogs. She shouldn't have been living alone. 84? My grandma lived, well, you know what? My grandma was 94 when she passed in 2025, and she lived alone. But she was in Mexico, so instantly notifies family and hey, Adrian, good to see you, love. He has Life Alert and a live-in nurse. Oh, okay, that's good. Scary world we live in. No one's safe. Not you, not I, not the children. No one, especially with the Epstein files going on, you guys. They have a suspect due to all the intersection cameras. Looks like the Idaho 4 almost took 8 weeks before arrest. It distracts and takes up media coverage. I do think it's being blown into the media like it is because of everything going on with the Epstein JE files and whatnot. But this is also, is this a warning like for all celebs, high profile people, like, your family ain't safe either. Wow. I don't know why, but those eyes, like, let me see if Fox is on. Yeah, they are. ABC News. We'll go look at that, and then we'll see what JLR is doing, boots on the ground.
Cuts two ways. Typically, you're correct that somebody, I'm going to guess at his lack of sophistication level, will panic with his video out. So will he destroy things like get rid of the backpack? If it has lights on it, get rid of anything that he had on that night, the ski mask, etc. And so there's that side of it. But the other side of it that I think weighs better is the public are going to be able to identify him. Now, I say that with some limitations, because if this guy is a loner that lives in a rural part of Arizona
Hi,
or
Angie.
someplace else, there may not be a lot of people that know him. And so however he got from Nancy's front door back to his house, tells you a little bit about him as far as his ability to pull that off.
Got it. And Trevor, let's just step back for a minute and let's bring us up to date on the ransom notes and also now all the evidence so far, because we do have to remember that there was DNA found on the front porch there. There were blood samples that did match Nancy Guthrie. So let's just do a recap here.
Yeah, so what we knew from the sheriff is that he had said immediately upon investigators getting to the scene, there was something clear that this looked like Nancy Guthrie did not simply wander off.
Oh, this is a good timeline. It says, I don't want to listen. We already know about all of this. We've been keeping up on this, you guys. We have a playlist. 5:32 p.m. Nancy leaves to local family's home. 9:48, family drops off Nancy and the garage door opens. That right there, the 9:48 p.m. Family drops off Nancy at home. Who dropped her off? We still don't know who reported her missing at the church or who called it in. Who dropped it off, and is there footage of that? And if they were able to recover this, why can't they recover who opened the garage or footage of her dropping her off? 9:50, garage door closes, so it's open for 2 minutes. That's a long time for it to be open in the middle of the night for an older lady. Like, I ain't leaving my garage door unless I have a pew pew open at night for 2 minutes. Like, absolutely not. Maybe I'm paranoid. Hey, Mom Shack, good to see you. Everyone, don't comment. Don't comment. The persons that took her left all her medications. Yeah, it is, Mom Shack. It is. It's so sad. Agreed. The family would have been contacted by now if she was alive. They said a Uber dropped her off. So the thing with the Uber, and that's also a good point. Like, have they looked into the Uber? I'm sure. So the Uber took her to the family. Yeah. So at 5:32 p.m., she got an Uber, went to allegedly Annie's house, and then they allegedly dropped her off. Family member dropped her off. Now, what do we believe of that?
In that direction.
So then that was on Saturday the 31st. 1:47 a.m. doorbell camera disconnects. So that must be the footage that we're looking at now. 2:12 a.m. software detects person on camera. No video available. 2:28 p.m. pacemaker shows disconnect. 2:28 a.m. pacemaker shows disconnected from phone. 11:56 a.m. family checks on Nancy. You know what's really weird? Between the pacemaker and the family checking on Nancy, it's almost like 8 hours. It reminds me of the cleanup crew at Idaho 4. 911 at 12:03.
Is that the only conclusive DNA finding we have been told about the public toward when you are asking for information? We are looking for this person here. Can you help us find him? It is by far the closest that we have felt in potentially finding Nancy Guthrie.
Trevor Holt, Brad Garrett, Rich Frankel.
This is so wild. I want to go back and watch that video again. Yeah, those are definitely man hands. They're pretty big hands. It's not your typical neighborhood with doorbell cameras. The neighborhood has private driveway and hills. Yeah, that's true, Agent. You make a good point. I don't know what the dynamics were in that neighborhood. I hear it's like a desert out there. It was a rural area. The houses are not close to each other. So, you're right. Whoa, they might have flown her. Does Nest have a timestamp? That seems odd. could it be someone that was hired? You know? Let's go see boots on the ground. Yeah, we knew something was going to go down today. After the ransom yesterday, I wonder. Okay, so wait, question. Now I'm even more confused. So the family didn't pay the ransom, and now they're releasing the video. So hypothetically, there's no hope for Miss Nancy now, right? Because if they release the video, what if the perpetrators take her out because they're mad about it? Or is Nancy not even with us anymore? A lot of people think that she could have been deceased since the abduction. Wow. How terrifying for her. I think they've been told that she's not with us anymore. If you look at that third video. Just like the Watts case, to use the garage, yes, and avoid the front door camera. FBI reward posted states the recovery of, yeah. Did they state how much blood was found? It was droplets. I don't think it's enough to prove she was unalived, but we don't know what happens after the fact, you know? Absolutely wild. I see only ABC and other channels, TMZ's live. We'll go look at boots on the ground in a sec. This is just absolutely. Let's read what people are saying. I'm curious. Additional recovered footage from the camera at the same timeline, the morning of Nancy's disappearance. This footage is just before the original video shared with the individual approaching Nancy's door. That is so creepy. Look at how they approached. Of course, looking down. Wow. No car? Maybe the person walked. Wait, but they would need a car, right? To take Nancy. So was it parked down the street? That's so creepy. Okay, so much for not having any footage. They have a lot. They have like 3 videos, 4 photos, who knows what else. The footage is odd in the amount of time the person let themselves be filmed and what they did while filming. Correct. It's definitely a plot to distract the public. Definitely distracting the public. You see they have a pistol on the front. They do? Is that? I didn't even notice that. That is a pistol, right? This thing right here? Let me see if I can download this video so I can zoom in on the video. Actually, don't know if I could download it because I'm not like an X user like that. Yeah, I can't because I'm not a X subscriber. I don't even really like X that much, but yeah, that does look like a pistol or some kind of weapon. That's a pistol. It could be true. Who cares about this case? They're trying to distract us from the files. They were eating human flesh. They were, absolutely, you guys. I spent all night last night. I didn't sleep. To be honest. Going through Epstein files, so you can imagine. I need coffee bad too. Whoa, they have it in color? Wait. Yo. Someone edited it in to get the color. A true crime sleuth? Yeah, it's a holstered weapon. You can see it in the other pic very clear. Whoa. We don't know. This could be oh my God, that's messed up. Someone put Jeffrey Epstein's face on it. That's crazy. I mean, that could be AI. Well, this one's AI. Why does his teeth shining? Does he have a grill? Teeth shining? I think it's just a reflection of the camera. Melly, keep it up. We need to hear. I know, but YouTube is censoring me. That's why it's important, you know. Support, it is important, and liking the button is important. Especially when I'm being censored. I got an email from YouTube this morning. They were like, too much Epstein. I'm not stopping though. I'm gonna continue to cover Epstein until I'm passed out on the floor and can't do it anymore. Because I have all the files. I don't know that all 3 of them, but I've had to buy like 3 hard drives already. Melly, did you catch the feeling that Virginia went around to confront her accusers? Yeah. Well, Savannah's husband was involved with the Clintons, and Savannah has interviewed a lot of Epstein victims, and she interviewed, I think Virginia was her last interview. It was Virginia's last interview was, I think, with Savannah. Keep the files alive. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I want to do like a 10-hour live. I'm going to drop a video later today too of a bunch of stuff. Here's the picture of her front door with the blood on the ground. It's kind of a lot of blood. If you guys can't see it, try to zoom in sideways. I'm on a vertical, so. So that's why the flowers were on the ground, because the person tried to cover the camera. Whoa. Someone said the theory of the son-in-law. Get creative and change up your video titles. Yeah, I'm going to have to. I might switch up the one today. Thank you, G. Sarah. Mad love for Melly. We need more people stepping up. They really are. No, I'm not seeing a lot of people cover it like they should be doing. Why is nobody freaking out about those files? Yes, we should be freaking out about Nancy, that this is going on. What about all the children? Has anybody checked in on any of these children that were on the island and all of that? Like, hello? Are their bodies, do they have, any information on any of those people? Children, females? They need to be looked for just as much as Nancy was. It's really, really sick. It's really, really sick. I don't know, you guys. What do you think about the son-in-law? These are just the comments. It's not the teeth yet make reflect like how almost like a mirror indicating. I don't know. I don't know about that. They're holding a flashlight, yeah, in their mouth. It's not a grill. Yeah, it's a flashlight. And if this is right, the way they edit it, I don't know, because this doesn't look like a person with a beard. Wow, they brought a weapon, you guys. This one freaks me out. This one of them like walking up to the door like that. See? It looks like female features. The beard, the little mustache could be fake. You can get a little mustache on Amazon. You can get a little mustache for Halloween and glue it on there. Do we think it's tweakers? Technology can remove that face mask. That's a woman's face. See, a lot of people think that. If you look at the droplets closely, you can see there's a sphere of blood pointing in the direction, and she was let out of the house noticeably out of a. Oh, okay. Just make sure your views know the deal. Yeah, do Sarah. You're right, girl. You're absolutely right about everything. I'm glad you're into the files as well. Remember, they alter crime scenes to fit the narratives. Exactly. Creative and respectful way. Some say he actually had a light or globe or in his mouth as not to see anything of his teeth or. Oh. She interviewed head to head with DT. Yeah. Hey, Shay. Imagine the terror Nancy felt when this walked into. I would have already been freaking out if I was sleeping and saw that in my Nest camera. I wonder if she obviously didn't have a firearm. There are too many identifiers in the video. I know. Is that even going to assist them really? And clearly they don't know who it is, right? Because they're asking the public for help and putting out the videos now. Wow. I'm a little shook. I just don't think, I don't know if Nancy's with us anymore. Is this Arizona? Are they an open carry state? You know what? Good question. Even if they're not, dude. It's necessary at this time in the world. Is Arizona open carry? Yes, Arizona is a permitless open carry state. Any person 18 or older can legally possess a firearm. Arizona also allows permitless concealed carry for individuals 21 and older. No state level registration or training are required either. What? We're just theorizing. Yes, you guys, this is all opinions only. Opinions. We don't know anything other than what they're giving us. We're putting theories together. We follow true crime here. We do have that right to voice our First Amendment, to practice our First Amendment rights. Wow. So, yeah. Texas is like that too. Yeah. I didn't know that about Arizona though. So there we go. Let me see. Let's see what JLR is doing on boots on the ground, if there's anything going on over there. I can't imagine, like, I really do feel terrible for Nancy. Let me share this. People are probably freaking out, boots on the ground. I'm surprised they're not going to do a presser. I think they should. Hey, ATS. Circumstantial evidence is not exactly. It's not definitive. That's actually really true. Yeah. Is it the son-in-law? People think. Looks like two different people. It did, right? Maybe two different people wearing the same outfit? Or similar? A lot of holes. Mm-hmm. Yeah, G Sarah. Bro, this is wild. It is, Alsane. Good to see you, Alsane. We'll go back and analyze the clothes on the I think there's just boots on the ground unless they go do like a press conference there. I really don't know what they're gonna get there. Let's go look at the clothing. I didn't really pay attention to that. So here's this one. I can't tell what kind of shoes those are. They look like boots. Okay, so backpack reflectors up here. Okay. This looks like a man right here. I don't see the backpack on this person, but I don't know if it's just the angle and the... Yeah, that's, I think, the same. That one is the one that looks like a female. Those eyes look like female eyes. I can't see what... Definitely a mustache in this one. Maybe it's just someone with darker features. I was curious about the open carry. Yeah. Yeah, someone mentioned it, so it was good we looked it up. Because a firearm is less suspect in open carry. Think they are two people. Really? They didn't find her. I always carry with me. Good job. Outfit looks different, but I didn't analyze. Clearly, they weren't able to trace the ransom notes, you know, either. Let's see what AP's saying. They're live. It's interesting too how they have a bunch of like JE stuff going on in the back of all of this. The one looks like there isn't holes in the mask and no belt and backpack. Really? Yeah, this one down here doesn't look like no backpack, right? Oh, you're right. No holes in the mask. Maybe we just can't see. I didn't notice that. Yeah, and where is the firearm here, the holster? Where is it? Good point. Good catch. Where's the footage of them taking her out? That was my question at the beginning. If they were able to recover this, that's it? They don't have anything else? Mm. I think this is the footage prior to them breaking the camera. So they just have nothing after that. Is wild. Absolutely wild. This video creeps me the hell out. It must have been saved to the cloud. Could possibly too graphic to be released. They said she didn't have a subscription. Yes, they did. Ew, 𝗝𝗲𝗆𝗆𝗆. They just posted a $50,000 reward from the FBI. Oh, you guys were right. New images today released showed an armed individual, so he was armed. I can't believe they covered the camera with the freaking flowers. Wow. This is so weird. It is. I agree. I feel really weird about this case. I don't know. Like uncomfortable with it. Let's see. Let's see what's going on. Boots on the ground again.
So Will Kane.
In my opinion, I think it was definitely someone she knew or had been working at her house or something.
Process DNA evidence, but they're gonna look at that image and clearly see it's not the gardener, it's not, you know what I mean, or it's not the pool cleaner. I mean, that person.
Yeah, slouched forward.
They have a list of lineups that they would know the person.
Anyone who helps lead to an arrest in this case, right after Savannah Guthrie no person's interest or suspects in the case. Fast forward right now, and now obviously that has changed. Now we're seeing the video images of his so maybe this is the thing that
it feels better here, doesn't it?
Yeah, that's
Let me look to see.
You can get through. We're gonna see what happens here. If this is just a, they got embarrassed by people coming onto the property, delivering pizzas, or anyone, not paying attention. But they have came and blocked two vehicles. Hey, how are you? 857. 857 is here. 857, come on in.
Yeah.
You've
Let me sit this down.
You've been covering this case, and we'll spin the camera around. Let's talk.
Okay, let's watch,
Your take. So you're on the scanner 24/7. You've been on this. You're local.
Yeah.
Out here every day. 857.
Yeah, that guy's name. I've seen him in the footage. Let's go to
intent of just committing this one alleged crime. Same with the backpack. A little harder with the firearm, just based on the imagery that we see there, but it will certainly be scrutinized. I worked at bombing investigations, and authorities would, for example, they would see the remnants of a device that had been detonated and try to look at every possible ingredient in that to go back, and you'd be surprised the number of times that there is a success. Some hardware store out there said, yeah, we sold that component. That person looked somewhat familiar. So that is the hope right now. Full crowdsource mode. Authorities want anyone to pick up the phone and call law enforcement. And then the final thing I'll just note as well, and I've been hearing from law enforcement sources who say that they've been frustrated by a lot of the speculation that's been out there on other outlets. They say that actually can make their job much more difficult, because as these theories that people postulate, even people that used to work in law enforcement that may not have access to the case, that actually can harm the memory of someone watching that, to say, well, okay, well, I saw something, it doesn't really fit with that, but surely law enforcement knows, what they're dealing with here. And so that's been another thing I've heard as well. Just,
I have heard that, and I don't know what the facts are behind that, but said Tucson is dangerous. I had heard that before, but I didn't know if that was accurate or not.
Retired FBI profiler. Greg, when you look at this, what stands out to you?
Well, I think there are a couple of things, and we're right. We're in the crowdsourcing mode right now. But I think the one important thing to remember, or for people to realize about this, or to think about, is that this individual...
Okay, people on X are saying the same exact things we did, which is hilarious, because we were thinking the same thing. Am I the only one that looked at the pictures of the masked suspect? Those eyes, those look like women's eyes. A large woman. Someone said it's a large female. I have to sneeze. Could that be true? Could it be a female, a larger female? Ooh, I'll show you guys this post. Where exactly was this filmed? What was the timeline relative to the disappearance? What behavior stands out when you slow the footage? Watch for body languages, consistencies, direction of movement, objects carried. Too often people react emotionally instead of observing objectively. The car. How did they get yeah, someone said any footage of the vehicle. Yeah, and where's the actual 911 call reporting her missing from the church or a friend? Was it the sister Annie or a fellow churchgoer? U.S. Senator Mark Kelly said it was him, all three of them. They have not released the 911 call. We have not heard anything from Tommaso since his mother-in-law was kidnapped. Annie and Tommaso have been married for a long time. He must be like a son to Nancy. None of that makes sense. I think they've had this footage, you guys, for sure. A lot of people think that too. Social media user Nancy Guthrie Facebook group says they contacted the FBI about neighbor's adult son with a lengthy criminal history, including assault and kidnapping related offenses, who reportedly lives a few doors down from Nancy. Oh. I didn't know that, and I don't know how accurate that is. Savannah Guthrie says they believe Nancy is still alive. Did she give another statement? I didn't see that. She did. Oh, wow. She posted the video that we're looking at. Let's go see her page. Interesting. This is the first case in a long time that makes me feel like I can't even make an educated guess as to what happened because the possibilities are so endless. I know. It's a weird one. Oh, she just posted on her story. I'll share her Instagram so you guys can see. This is what she posted, the video that we were just looking at, the photos. She says, "We believe she is still alive. Bring her home." So I wonder if they got a ransom note. This looks like a female to me right here. This picture really does. It's the eyes. I wonder if they got another note for them to think that she's still alive. And then she posted this. So someone out there recognizes this person. We believe she's still out there. Bring her home. He's like looking for a rock or something. That's when he picks up the flowers. That's a female. I can't imagine how creepy these are to the family. Okay, so now let's look at the on X. There's a post of comparing the son-in-law to this picture. And you guys, we don't know. He might have had nothing to do with it. You know what I mean? I know people think that maybe he could have something to do with it. It'll suck that if he doesn't, you know. But someone put this on X. Doesn't look like him to me, said Hossein. It doesn't look like him to me either. Not the eyes. And that mustache, I don't think you can hide that, and that beard under this mask like that. Yeah, please hit the like button, guys. Please, please, please. It's free and it really helps. I don't know. What a case, man. What a case. Let me pull up the FBI website again. Or post. Let's go see boots on the ground. What's going on here?
Hello. Yeah, man. No, I just came to hang out with my buddy Dave. You know, Who's the guy in the smoke? Who recognizes he's getting into the car right now?
𝗠𝗲𝗹𝗆𝗍𝗶.
Okay. I know I recognize. Can you bring the bike? Hey, I don't want to be squeaky. Yeah. Okay. Hey, I want to introduce you to. He has a real successful local channel here. Actually, it's a national channel. It's called Rachel's Monkey. Daniel. And
Okay, let's go to see what I think is this Fox? NBC.
to get us more data, more information, more leads. One's the public. We're all talking about that. But the second thing we talked about earlier is look at that backpack. It's full. Why is it full? What are you carrying to this abduction? You have a gun. You're carrying an appendix carrier. You're going after an 84-year-old woman with a heart condition. So maybe you have zip ties and some duct tape. Maybe you have a pry bar to get in. But that thing is chock full, that backpack. I think there's a possibility that he was sleeping in the desert a half a mile away, even a mile away. And he's got a bedroll, a blanket. He's got some food in there.
Oh, good point. The big backpack.
He didn't want to leave evidence where he was. And he packed it all up and he walked to the house. And, we have that outside timeline from when this camera was knocked off until when the pacemaker and cell phone disconnect, about 40 minutes. So I'd be looking at it like, okay, he got in there and then he called his Confederate to bring the vehicle, and that vehicle might have been further away than we first thought or we anticipated.
That's a really good point, because remember, you guys, the peoples were in the house for 45 minutes. 45 minutes.
10, 20 miles away, 15 miles away, so that when he communicated either by phone or walkie-talkie, come on in, I got her. And then the vehicle comes in. So that could press leads. And I'd be asking every deputy who did the initial searches, did anybody see any evidence of a camp? A sleeping bag, the ground disturbed, a fire, anything, anybody, even within a mile or two, because the guy could easily walk that far in the dead of night. So I'd be trying to exploit the information on any possibility.
Jim, really interesting. Thank you for that. Dan, can I go back to you? Dan Brunner, retired FBI agent yourself. The sheriff had said that this video was probably not going to be found. Last week at one of the early press conferences, the sheriff said, we just don't think it's attainable at all technologically. Have you ever been part of something like this where you go to the company itself and try to get them to go to their servers? I assume that's what happened here, or it's been identified as like a back of the house kind of system that they were able to get this out of. And you wonder how that happened after we were told they didn't think they could.
Well, I've worked on.
Someone says that bag was for her belongings. I'm just reading comments. I believe the government sent out the fake ransom emails to take the cell out of the officer who leaked the stuff to the national correspondent. That's just an opinion.
Was just saying, I think absolutely agree. I think that this individual went into that house because if you look, because we were able to see the blood on the front porch. In the video we've seen before and previously leading up to this, you could see the blood droplets. Okay, they were droplets which were leading straight down, which doesn't mean she was being dragged out or doesn't mean she was being rushed out. So I would indicate I agree with Jim that I think, yes, I think she stood there for 3-5 seconds bleeding.
I wanted to share this. Sloan on YouTube said the way the files are being censored right now is crazy. Yes, YouTube is trying to censor me on the files.
And then he called in someone who had the vehicle to take her out of. So I believe that this was a planned, controlled surveillance and kidnapping and whatever occurred afterwards. And hopefully we're finding her. But combining that with the investigative team, the cast analysis, these are the people on the ground. These are some of the best in the world. Recovering this data was huge.
Dan, I just want to clarify. Were you suggesting that you can see droplets of blood in this video or not?
No. This
Just
is
that they
previous
exist,
video.
we know.
Right.
Right.
When Pima County released the scene
Right.
after day one, there were news cameras that provided coverage, and they walked up and they were able to see. Not on this video. No.
Okay,
That
I
was
just
on
wanted to
previous
clarify.
video.
Yeah, I misunderstood. But I take your point. You're saying that perhaps this person brought her out and then called for a car. I think Jim was also flagging that could have been a distance away. Maybe it didn't pull right up to the house. There, to my knowledge, Dan, we haven't learned of any evidence of a car, a vehicle, tire tracks. We just don't know, correct?
Correct. I mean, there was talk of a suspicious white van in the days before that was seen apparently there in the neighborhood and possibly at the local Circle K. That could still be a factor. They may have been washed out. That could be back in play now. So that's the thing, is that's why there's so many people working this, because there's so many different possibilities, and each one of these will be run out until they're able to narrow it down and target more specifically.
Yeah, and just for clarity, I think those were reports from other outlets, not NBC News, about that vehicle. But we certainly did report on Circle K, which is a local convenience store, and investigators going there to try to get their surveillance tape and look at vehicles. Let me bring in former Secret Service Special Agent and NBC News law enforcement analyst, 𝗍𝗶𝗿𝗀𝗆. She's with us as well. 𝗍𝗍, now that you've seen these videos, the images, you've had a chance to digest, what sticks out? What strikes you?
Yeah, so let's get away from all the data. Like, it's wonderful if we have data, and if we can get it, that's great. But there's other great information here. First and foremost is the clothing. And what I mean by the clothing is who made that clothing? Logos, manufacturers. One of the ways where you can track down individuals, and we did this actually in the U.S. Secret Service, is actually going back and seeing who made an item, where that item was manufactured, where that item was distributed. Some of this clothing could have been bought locally. Somebody who makes this clothing can recognize this. I'll give you a really simple example in the U.S. Secret Service of what we did. And when somebody would write a handwritten note to the president or to one of our protectees, we could actually go back and work with the companies who make ink and find out who made that ink, when it was made, by which manufacturer, where it was sold and distributed, in what area. And sometimes some of these items, like the backpack, the hoodie, the gloves, it can be maybe a local designer, or you can go to the company because they probably have other images. I'm fairly certain the FBI has other images that they have not released that they're working off of.
We just said
I would
that.
be going directly to those manufacturers and saying, hey, this jacket, you're the one who made it. Where did you make it? Where was it distributed? What stores? And if it's local, let's say it's smaller, right? You can actually go to those stores and say, hey, I know that this was sold at your store. You know, where, to whom was it sold? And there's another important thing here. The shoes are great for foot impressions, because the underneath of a shoe, think of it like a shoe footprint. Now they know what shoes he's wearing. So they're going to look at the area and the surrounding area. And now they're going to look for foot impressions. One of the most notorious cases in Canada, one of the ways they solved it was from foot impressions. They were able to match the shoe impression of the suspect to somebody that they happened to be interviewing. They weren't sure if it was the actual subject, and they were able to piece that together. So there's a lot of good information in this video footage.
All right, 𝗍𝗶𝗿𝗆𝗆, Jim Kavanaugh, Dan Brunner, thank you all for being with us. Really appreciate it. And please, let's just reiterate, if you see something there, if you know anyone, if you know anything that might be helpful to law enforcement, please contact the authorities, the FBI tip line, 1-800-CALL-FBI, the Pima County Sheriff's Department, 520-351-4900. You can also report tips to 88crime.org. We'll take a quick break. We'll be right back.
But be very cautious. Things are going into another gear as we speak, as far as censorship and freedom of speech and all of that. You're right. Absolutely. Let's see if I can pull up anything. Pull up boots on the ground. Let me see if I find anything on X.
That's not abductions here are made, they happen all the time. As a matter of fact, this is just a high profile one. That's why it's got all this attention. You don't hear about the women over in the tribes getting Nobody ever talks about that. And that happens regularly. That's why we got the red hands out, we got the signs, we go out to evaluation. They've got their fake billboards out.
For those of you just getting here, I'll share the pictures again. Evie, I know you were a little bit late. I know I came on, I had like I had it scheduled, but I came on earlier. I didn't even get ready or anything. I like, don't mind me looking like a bum. I saw these and I was like, we need to go look. So they released pictures, Evie. I'm hoping to rewatch. Yeah, you can rewatch. Y'all got it easy. If I had any in my mouth and brain, I would have been unalive by the government. Yeah. These are the pictures of the, thank you, Cree. Love you too, babe. These are the pictures, Evie, of the subject. Poor Nancy. Yo, I don't know. What if they did take Nancy's meds and the family saying that they didn't, but maybe they did? I don't know what to believe, you guys. The media and the government right now, I really don't, to be honest with you guys. At this point, we're not safe. Like, we're not. So, maybe they have more than they said. Maybe they do have her meds, and maybe that's why Savannah's saying she knows she's still alive. Maybe the FBI is giving her a play-by-play of what to do, what to say. The family has hope that she's still alive. So scary. So it's a real crazy person. Yeah. I think they were watching Nancy. I thought maybe it was someone that was working on her house. She just had her roof done. Didn't she have like some painting done as well? And what was with that device that they removed from the roof of her house? They removed something from her house. The roof of her house. I wonder if there was like spy stuff. This is designed between the EF files and people get emotionally, logically involved. But how many are missing? Yes. I just said that at the beginning, MSM. I said there's 800,000 people who go missing. Where's all of those children? Why aren't they on the TikToks and the X's and the YouTubes like Nancy Guthrie cases? Like, why only someone that's worth $45 million? What about all the children with JE? All the missing females? There's a case of a missing female in Arizona that happened around the same time, and it's getting no coverage. I have a live coming up on it. I tried to reach out to her family, and look at how much this case is getting. It's like on every single freaking live. It's like being shoved right in our face. They think it was someone she's related to. Someone she knows really well, a family acquaintance, family friend, someone who did work for her, maybe. I wonder if that's why they did the search at Annie's house. Remember they did like a minor consented search? I wonder if they were looking at the clothes. Maybe they went to see if any of the clothes or something matched. I feel that they've had this footage since 𝗏𝗏𝗆𝗏 said that he was coming to Arizona. I think that they've had it. This video is the one that really freaks me out. This one. Ugh. Gives me the creeps. Hey, Native. They probably had this footage on day one. Yeah, ATS. I agree. It's very creepy. It's dried flowers he picked from the yard. Hey, Jay. I'm feeling the masked people were out up to it by someone not acting. Oh, okay. So you think it was more than one person? This video is so scary. It's like straight out of a freaking scary movie. Cash, I believe the suspect has a very similar structure face as one of the son-in-law's band members who is in front of the band photo that I will post. I expect the reward if this is proven true. Oh, damn. People are like going ham. Oh, this is a son-in-law right here on the far right, his band. Yeah, one of his band members does have a rap sheet with burglary, and I think it was just burglary. Would you? Yeah, Justin, we've all kind of right. And when you're worth $45 million, how are you gonna let your mom live alone? Poor little lady. I would have her moved in with me. See, there's more that than we know. You know, the family dynamics. They're keeping their cards close to their chest. Yeah, I agree, Jay. There's no audio. I have thought the son-in-law paid someone to stage a kidnapping. A lot of people think that. It reminds me of the Jared Bridegan case. I have a playlist. I just updated my playlist yesterday, you guys. There's a lot that I hadn't created. And we'll have to do a recap, continue the deep dive on Jared Bridegan. His wife hired someone in the case. I'd have a guest house. Yeah, I don't get it. My mom's like in her 60s and I'm getting ready to move in with her. Or, you know, because I'm like, I don't even think that's old. I think old was my grandma. My grandma passed away last year at 94. She lived a hell of a long life. I don't think I'll have those genetics, but we'll see. They can't protect themselves, you know, unless they are gonna shoot a pew pew. They're old, they're elderly, they're fragile, they're sick. It's a very, with someone who has 45 million worth that much money, I'm not here to judge Savannah, but someone said, is that the light flash from the camera? Oh, yeah, I see that now. They have, it looks like they have, yeah, it could be a flash from the camera, or they maybe have a flashlight. The person in the film either has no clue or is a pro leaving false clues. All of us are vulnerable. Exactly, Q. You're right about that. All of us are. Young or not, old or not, wealthy or not. Unfortunately, crime does not discriminate. This is absolutely wild. Absolutely wild. Let's check in with the news. I'm sure this is going to be on the news all day long. So we have a couple lives planned. We have a Kenzie and a JE live later. I finally got all the pictures in one place so we can look at all the JE pictures. No sleep for me. Too busy with the JE files. So if I pass out on a live, please send help. I agree with you. No need to judge anyone until all the facts are on the table. Yeah, You know, we don't know. Maybe they didn't get along. Maybe they didn't have a good relationship as we thought they did. Maybe it was all for show, you know? She's a big news political person, Savannah. Oh, you're like, play the sound. Duh.
And how do you process what I just said about those ransom notes that were out there, that were sent to media outlets, that we really don't know whether those were actually even linked to this crime?
Well, nothing changes about how the investigation moves forward because there are so many teams involved in the command center, the crisis command center there, and there still is a team that are working these leads as far as the.
I did say one of the eyes do look very female-like.
How did those messages get wrapped?
It could be a male with, you know,
IP address, and there is a team that's trying to analyze that. There is now a team that is working these leads with the backpack and the jacket. There's so many teams that are all operating this. This is joint, operations with the state, locals, with ATF, DEA. I'm sure they're all involved, and all that information is being brought to the case team, which is at the command center. So this is all being processed together. None of it is being disregarded anymore because there could be something generated from an investigation into those messages. Now, the fact that we haven't received.
A lot of people on social media say it looks like Annie's eyes. I know it's just social media, but at this point, I trust us citizens on the social medias and YouTube more than I do the government right now with what's going on in the media. So sorry. I don't know. Let's look at a picture of Annie. I don't know. Let's see. I just Googled her. Public information, that's on the Googles. And I'm showing you the Googles, so not showing anyone. She's an author, Annie Guthrie. You can't really see her eyes here. The eyebrow footage, but it looks like I'm not. Yeah, let's go back to the photo. This one, is it this one? This one gets me, this picture, this right here. Like those eyebrows are very, very, if it's eyebrows. Sorry, I was sneezing. Excuse me. Hey, Joker, you have to turn it sideways and then zoom, I think. Good morning, Joker. I was sneezing. Sorry. Whoa. I wish I could see those eyebrows. What up, No Filter? If they were involved, I feel they'd hire people and not do it themselves. Yeah, we were thinking that. That's what I said at the beginning too. I said, what if they were hired? You know? Yeah, definitely a firearm. Right there, like the eyes look. I don't know. It's probably a man. The mustache. Lips, mustache. Lips, mustache. It's wild. You know what, you guys? I can't help but think, what about Savannah's ex-husband? He has a beard and a mustache. Okay, you guys, now I'm kind of tripping out. The eyebrows do kind of look like this guy. I'm not gonna lie. The bandmate. Yo, look at this. The picture we saw earlier. Look at the eyebrows. Look at the shape. And the lips. Look at the eyebrow shape right here. And the lips. Okay. Now let's go back and look. This one. Look at the eyebrows. Almost the exact same shape. And they're down low. Lower on the occipital area. Lower eyebrows. This is Savannah's ex-husband. Who is he? I don't know. I don't know if he's a politician. I don't know. I don't know how to do that, Psycho. He looks kind of small though. No, he does look kind of small. You're right. Body. This guy looks like he's a big guy. At least big boned, you know? This is the ex, Savannah's husband. Allegedly. Allegedly. Oh, I guess here's kind of a side-by-side, but it's not a very good one. Zoomed in, there's a light in the mouth. Oh yeah, we already talked about that. Perfect spot for a height reference measurement. It's going to be the damn eyebrows again. How do you still not even have a vehicle of interest when she was kidnapped from a residential neighborhood with doorbell cameras everywhere? Oh. What's the band? Hey, Chucks. The bandmate's name is, I know it's in one of these posts, so it's like I said, it's public on X. Dominic. His name is Dominic. And I'm not sure if he's the one that has the rap sheet, but he does have a bandmate who has committed burglary before. I know I read that somewhere. What is this on his waist? That's his firearm, right? Yeah. We already went through that. There has to be. At one point, they said they got a vehicle of interest. Yeah, by the gas station, right? I think it was like a Circle K or something. Oh, that's a good comment. Don't know if it's possible to review Nest camera videos from the days before. Someone did this enhanced photo. What the? Ooh, I don't know. Someone said, I'm sure you noticed, and put a picture of Savannah. I don't get it. Oh my God, someone's trying to say that it's Savannah. I mean, I don't think so. If anything, the people that last saw her, I would be more concerned about than Savannah. Why did he walk up to the doorbell and show his face? Seems he realized the camera was there after the fact. He has a very well-kept mustache and shiny watch on his right wrist. He is also left-handed. A watch? Oh. Most people with a criminal history try to avoid leaving that many clues. Could it be a taser? It could be. It could be, because mine is holstered like that as well, Evie, so you could be right. I have one that could be holstered like that. Looks like short facial hair under the nose, maybe mustache. Oh yeah, here's the watch. Yeah, see, in here, in this one, there is no gun and no backpack. So one of them was the getaway. Nelly, what about the neighbors' cameras? I mean, maybe, like I said, maybe they know more than we know, you know? We did notice that before in the original pictures. We were like, is that the same person or a different person? Yeah, because look, right here, backpack, reflectors, GUN, holster, or whatever that is, teaser or GUN. I think it's a GUN. And then here, where's the backpack and the reflectors? And there's, yeah, the mask. There's no holes in the mask. I wonder if that was like a getaway or a scope person that had a full, complete mask on, you know? How many people do you know that still wear a watch? I wear an Apple Watch, but and I only wear my diamond watch if I'm like going out to dinner or something. So you're right. Who does? I don't know. Thank you, Chucks, for gifting a membership. I am bringing down the membership prices as well, so I appreciate you for doing that. 𝗶𝗃𝗃, welcome to the membership, and I'm working on members content only. as well. So thanks, Chucks. I appreciate you. You're always so amazing. Yeah, that's interesting. Maybe it is two different people. And maybe they planned to wear the same clothing. My hubby collects watches. JE had all the money in the world and he wore regular watches. I think he had only one smartwatch in his watch collection. I was looking through photos last night. I have no idea. I have no idea what's going to come of this. Will they figure it out?
Also not a passive participant, calling for prayers as the search for Nancy continues.
We believe that somehow, some way, she is feeling these prayers and that God is lifting her even in this moment.
Hope and prayer are two things that have been extremely important to Savannah and her family over this time.
Prayer opens up possibility in our own hearts. Prayer is that dynamic connection with God that introduces new possibilities.
We hope that you will open up a portal of hope in your own heart for the potential for God's rescue and redemption. And as a
That's really nice, but I'm not trying to listen to that right now. Let's let's bring up the other video that I have live. I just want to get all the news out of the way. I'm sure this will be on all day though. My internet's running slow. When people say we don't know what we don't know, it reminds me so much of Sebastian Rogers. I'm looking to see if there's any new update of the last few minutes. And I love how so many news organizations are covering this, and I have yet to see anyone say something about all the missing children in the EF and the JE files. Anyone? Does anyone care? It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Let me share a different video.
They've never had the actual physical camera on that front door in their possession. and they have been working with the companies to try to access this video. So the amount of technical legwork that has gone in to somehow salvage these images, and that was my question as we heard of this this news breaking this morning, is like, where were these images going to come from?
The FBI has released images of a masked person on her doorstep wearing gloves.
No, I don't think you can, Chucks, but I'll do probably a regular live later. I just kind of
The 84-year-old Guthrie has been missing now for 10 days. Her daughter, NBC Savannah Guthrie, posted the images on her Instagram account, and she says, "We believe she's still alive. Bring her home." Our Josh Campbell joins me now for more. And Josh, you know, when I looked at these images, we all looked at these images. They're just absolutely chilling, right? Absolutely chilling for all of us. An individual tampering with Nancy Guthrie's camera. What do you take away when you look at the not just the photos, but also the video? What's valuable in them, you think?
Well, you're spot on in how chilling this is to actually see this suspect. They're coming up to the Guthrie family home. You know, before this video was actually located by the FBI and then released publicly, authorities were appealing to the public for any type of tips about what would have happened, but essentially doing so in the abstract, kind of putting it on the public to say, look, we want you to think, do I recall seeing something there around the time of her disappearance, maybe before, but this now so crucial to actually give them the image of what appears to be the subject in this case. There are a few takeaways that we have here as you look at this imagery. First of all, it appears that the person comes and has a firearm on this person just there and at their front. But you also see that their hands are obscured, their face is obscured, their clothing is from head to toe. You know, criminals are sometimes smart, you know, in certain circumstances, and this could have been an attempt by this individual to try to prevent leaving behind any type of identifying information, such as a fingerprint, such as hair fibers or skin that could then be used for DNA testing. And so, again, that chilling to know that no one would come up to a residence dressed like that with a firearm unless there are sinister motives behind that. Now, the reason why we don't actually see on video Ms. Guthrie being taken away is because we know that the camera itself was taken by the suspect, but authorities were able to resurrect this data to try to get these imageries that were stored from the family security system. And then the last thing is, although the public is now, or the law enforcement is now pushing the public to provide any tips, law enforcement is also working behind the scenes to analyze every single item on that individual right now. Everything from the article of clothing, the backpack, the firearm. We've seen in certain cases that if they're able to identify where certain items are purchased, they can actually go and try to canvass employees and try to determine, did you recognize this person buying it? Was there a form of payment? That's meticulous work, but all going on behind the scenes right now.
And we know that the camera was removed. You and I have spoken about this, and we were told by the FBI Director 𝗝cie Patel that these images, and I'm going to quote here, Josh, were recovered from residual data located in back-end systems. So if you're now the FBI or the sheriff, I'm guessing you might be getting lots of tips, right? Like you were saying, are people looking at the clothing, are people looking at mannerisms? Just how do you then pour through all that information coming in? I mean, with this flood of tips coming in?
Well, we know it's a great question. The FBI has surged additional resources there to Arizona because, as they mentioned, as you just mentioned, they would know that by putting this out there, that's also going to potentially lead to another influx of tips. And look, these tips can take various forms. Sometimes in these high-profile cases, you might have
interesting. So Pima County, I don't know about them. I've heard some shady stuff. There's no press briefing planned at this time. Sheriff Nanos is not conducting one-on-one interviews. If and when press conference is scheduled, we will notify the media via our email and our Pima Sheriff page. Investigators are collecting DNA samples from landscaper, pool cleaner, and others who worked at Nancy's home. Wait, if they're getting DNA samples, they would have to match it up to someone, right? Hey, Marianne, watching from South Africa. Wow, South Africa in the house. Dang, we worldwide here at Mellyverse. Thank you for being here, Marianne. And yes, we are so happy that they have the footage, right? Yeah, that is a bit wild. Big Bro is, yeah. So if they're looking, yeah, this post Nerdy Esquire just posted, they're collecting DNA samples from landscaper. That's what I said, remember? I thought it was a landscape person that drove a truck. I don't know why, but I had that vision, if you know what I mean. Could have even been, you know, like someone. Funny how Kash Patel was in Tucson. Yeah, we know that. I'm looking to see if there's anything. Yeah, nothing really. That's really all there is for this morning.
The reason why you would have those types of gloves on. You'll notice he has a mask, which we've seen in other criminals wear, but this is a full, you know, over his head as well. Criminals are sometimes smart. If they know that's like something like a hair fiber could be left behind, they'll sometimes take these precautions in order to try to.
This is an interesting post. Veteran homicide investigator Paul Ciolino says the so-called Nancy Guthrie kidnapping is faked and staged. Fake ransom demands and deadlines, 0 phone calls, no forensic trial, no evidence, no suspects, no nothing. Investigators not following standard protocol and securing the crime scene. Family members with fake tears, bizarre comments, Silence of the Lambs references. The FBI has 0 proof and says, I don't think she was kidnapped. Massive, yeah, it's related to the JE files. Dan Bowling says the Guthrie family has been cleared. I have not confirmed that by law enforcement. Let me know what you guys think for sure.
Of her disappearance. Thank you to you both. We are obviously going to stay on this big development in this heartbreaking story. Don't go anywhere. CNC picks it up right now.
Oh, this is a good point. Someone on X said that the person is coming from the side, not the front. So were they already scoping her out, like her home and stuff in her backyard, maybe? It says, we slowed it down for you. Okay, so the arrow pointing to the side rather than the front of the house. Let's see if we can see that. Yeah, I think this person is right. They did. They came from the side. Landscaper's screwed if he did it. Criminals sometimes smart. What's in his hand? It's a flashlight, I thought. Yeah, we are waiting for some crazy rain. If they have hired help, they could be in it. Yes, welcome South Africa viewers. It's awesome. Remember, her back door was open. This might be worse than we thought. So maybe, oh my God. What if the perpetrator was there before she got dropped off? What if Nancy wasn't sleeping? What if she got home, went into the garage? Remember, it took 2 minutes to close. What if someone was already there waiting for her? In the dark. That makes more sense now to me. They could have just been in the backyard. No cameras back there. If they went in from the side, explains the back door, how they got in. Maybe they were already inside. Oh, wait, but no, the video shows them walking up and Nancy was allegedly inside. That's a creepy ass video. Yo. No good. No good.
Home that may have been lost, corrupted, or inaccessible due to a variety of factors, including the removal of recording devices. This video, the clips from this video, the images, were recovered from residual data located in back-end systems. And then obviously a plea for help, 1-800-CALL-FBI or tips.fbi.gov. This shows an armed individual, 𝗏𝗏𝗆𝗏, the FBI director says, appearing to have tampered with the camera at Nancy Guthrie's front door the morning of her disappearance, Ed. And like, this is disturbing stuff. And you can see where it took place right there.
Right. Yeah, I mean, that is a image of.
Okay, so there's a post going back. This one's good because do you guys remember the law enforcement saying that there was an issue, there was an incident with the neighbor? There was an intruder at one of the neighbor's houses prior to Nancy's disappearance. So I'm wondering if that could be related. So let's go look at the post. This is good information here. The Pimas County Sheriff's Department tells TMZ that in early January, an elderly man reported spotting a trespasser less than 10 minutes from Nancy's house. Investigators are now examining whether that incident is connected to the abduction of Savannah Guthrie's mother. Unrelated to that, in early December, Pima County authorities were also searching for a man that was peering into some apartment windows 23 minutes from Nancy's home. The individual posed as a delivery driver and was captured on surveillance video. And there's a video of it. And they're wearing a vest as well. Well, I think the so there was like multiple incidents. I wonder if it's because it's so close to the border and there's a lot of crime. Ooh. And I'm curious about the neighbor that lives 10 minutes down. Those are important prior incidents. They went to the wrong house. Nah, I don't think so. Savannah's worth $50 million. Someone said, I firmly believe this is a hoax. Oh. Geared up from head to toe, fully backpack, no visible label on clothes or defining features other than what looks like a layer of clothes to make them seem bigger. Then casually mopes around the front porch like he has all the time in the world while grabbing the weeds. It's true. Someone comfortable with being there? Oh, I mean, wrong house, neighbor's house, not Nancy's. Former Pima County Sheriff's Department lieutenant answers a question from a reader about the possibility of cartel ties and the disappearance of Nancy Guthrie. Ooh. Yeah, we did wonder when Brian Enton showed that footage what the flowers were. Or the brush. Jake Tapper walked onto Nancy Guthrie's property and the sheriff's deputy told him to leave. Oh, wow. He's from CNN. This is the bandmate that they're saying looks like the... This makes me want to buy more cameras. Someone with lots of money should have a better system. Yes, I agree with that, Chucks, for sure. We were saying that at the beginning. That would bring too much heat. It wouldn't be the... They're ruthless. They're trust. Trust. They would have just pulled up and pew-pewed and blown up and done all kinds of things. They wouldn't have wasted this much time. I don't know, guys. I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen here. And will Nancy ever be recovered? Will Nancy ever be found? Will Nancy's body be given back to her family? Yeah, there is. We looked at it earlier, Evie. I'll show it to you in a second. Let's see if there's anything new. Yeah, I think this is the breaking news until we get a press conference or something. Yes, please hit the like, guys. Remember, I'm being censored by the government and YouTube. Not so funny, but I would hate to say like, oh, it's one of the family members or the bandmate, but someone just said on X, ooh, they compared the same pic we did. Let's go look. We aren't going to be live for much longer. I'll probably do a second live if more stuff comes out, but I mean, or oppressor. I would like to hear oppressor, but damn you, JE, for getting million. Yeah, Evie. They want me to shut the fuck up. They do. Let's talk about Dominic, the longtime friend and former bandmate of Tommaso, Annie's husband. Dominic is a Tucson musician, has a criminal history, including felony burglary, okay, red flag, robbery, red flag, embezzlement, red flag, DUI, red flag, but I mean, I've had DUI before, so it's like, I'm more concerned about the felony burglary, robbery charges. Now, with the newest doorbell shows a masking intruder, many say he bears a striking resemblance. Is this a coincidence or could there be a connection to Nancy's disappearance? What do y'all think, followers, connected or not? Ooh. There's a side-by-side, I think Chuck's wanted. I wonder how long, or somebody asked, I wonder how long they've had the footage. I think they've had it for a long time. I think they might have even had it from the beginning. And they just didn't want to give too much information, put too much out, et cetera, et cetera. The eyebrows are very similar. You know what I mean? Like they're very like, not defined, but very like equal. Right? The eyebrows. And look at the mustache here. Could just be more here. There are a lot of channels. Yeah, there are, but we're all being censored. I think LTL, ATS saying LTL did. A lot of people are being censored on X. There's a couple other people that told me that they're being censored as well. I mean, they could be similar, you know, we don't know. I would hate to say it's him, but I guess we can go into the comments. Yeah, purely speculative, no accusation intended. Good question. Oh, damn. People are hard at work this morning. There's Annie's husband and the bandmate. Whoa. AI removed the mask. That's not always right, though, AI. It's not always accurate. What the? That one, is that AI? I hadn't seen that one. That must be AI. Here's a pic where you can see hair under his lower lip. Oh, yeah, right here. Yeah, someone mentioned timestamps earlier. Where? Yeah, I'll have to look at my footage. I know has timestamps. They censored my short I have on Ghislaine. Yeah. That one looked like a woman. I don't know if that was AI or if that was attempt to unmask the individual as accurately as possible. Oh my God, everyone's coming for the bandmate. Burglary, robbery, theft, embezzlement. Pima County Supreme Court. Okay, that's the burglary thing. People say that it's him. Some people swear that it's him, but he's too small. He's too small. Cree was right earlier. He has the body of Annie's husband, or the looks. The perpetrator has the body of Annie's husband in the videos and the photos, but the eyes and the eyebrows look like the bandmate. I don't think it's this guy. Look at how much different he looks. It could be Annie's husband. Does Annie know stuff? I'm sure they all know stuff. Are those like boots or what? What kind of shoes are those? I don't know. Poor Nancy, man. Oh, no. People are already looking into people's backgrounds and stuff. Crazy. The internet is wild. Wait, yeah. The color does make, yeah, someone enhanced it. I don't know how accurate it is though, you know, like all that stuff. Let's see, boots on the ground. Anything happening there? I don't know what they're waiting for at the boots on the ground. There's nothing new as of right
Got
now.
more food. Somebody delivered more food. Hey, open this up. We'll show. More food delivered. Holy smokes! Look at this. Thanks, Stacy. Where's Stacy from?
Oh, people, that's nice. People are sending food. Oh, someone said the way he carries his pistol might be able to identify him. A pizza delivery man just showed up to Nancy Guthrie's house and was able to walk up to the front door without the deputies out front noticing. Okay, what's the point then? And this is the point where he bends down. His tongue must hit the depressor. I see the light briefly. Subject is likely 5'10", 5'11", using U.S. brick dimensions. The shoulders sit just below the spring line while he is visibly hunched forward, estimating his height and shoulder be roughly about 55 inches. Side by side, it does look like it's two different people. I have a feeling it's two different people, guys. Backpack looks to be brand new. No creasing. The FBI should be able to determine where the backpack came from. It looks like two people, and I think it is an inside job. No one from the family has said anything. Let's go look at back to because someone said that in one of the videos there's something that makes it seem like it's an inside job. We're gonna look at them one more time and then we'll probably end the live, do a couple of other lives, and then we can maybe touch back on the Nancy Guthrie if there's some kind of update. So someone said that the video let me share my screen. Hey, Drakey, good to see you. Just a heads up, we're doing 𝗠𝗲𝗹𝗆𝗆, I think, after this. The family isn't initiating a search party like every other family does. Someone said that the way this man or person the way that they handle the camera, they said it's like an inside job. Yeah, what do they do there? Like they try to block it with their hand, but then what are they doing with the other hand? Right there. So they're blocking it here. Maybe try to yank it off or something. Like, what's going on here? They're trying to open the door, or that's when they grab the flowers. I don't know. The eyes here just trip me out, like right here. Those eyes right there, I don't know what it is. Like we've seen them before. I think it's two different people. Unless other people walking up blocking the camera. It was an inside job, definitely. I don't know. Let's go see these. I think these two are definitely different people. Right? This one, look, no firearm, no backpack, no holes in the face mask, no reflective clothing, gear. And then look at this. You see how he has the black straps, the firearm, the eyeballs are visible. And this sweater has like, I don't know if that's the backpack or the sweater. Does this one have it? Yeah, it does. There's no sound. No sound on. Because it's one way in and one way out. Unless people are walking up, blocking camera for them. There definitely has to be like a getaway driver. Where is the car? How did they get 84-year-old Nancy out? I used to live in Tucson, Arizona, really. Is there a lot of crime there? It seems like there is. I don't know about that. That's a fact though. There had to get her away with a car. Nobody has footage of that. Nobody. No neighbors, no gas station. Traffic lights, camera, like at this, you know what I mean? I feel like here where I live, there's freaking cameras at every light. I have no idea. I have no idea what's gonna happen. So JLR still boots on the ground. Nothing's happening there. I honestly don't think anything's gonna happen until we get a press conference. They find a body, or they send another ransom. No.
Yeah, important context there. Let's go to Greg McCrary. He's a retired FBI.
But I think the one important thing to remember, or for people to realize about this,
It's beautiful. I bet it is, Rochelle.
Is that this individual's
lots of
normal everyday routine will have been likely have been disrupted.
That's why I think there was two people.
His normal routine, going to work, going to the coffee shop, doing whatever, highly unlikely that has remained the same. He's got a victim to take care of. He's got to deal with all these other issues. So all the other stuff is important about looking at him, looking at the clothing, all of that. But the other component, I think, is to also consider someone whose daily routine has been disrupted in that regard. The other thing I would say briefly, and I don't want to overinterpret the information, but the way he's carrying that handgun right down in front appears to be right in his crotch. That's not consistent with someone with law enforcement or military training. It's not how a weapon is carried. So again, I don't want to interpret this, but it's just something to think about as well.
Yeah, that's a very interesting point, Greg. We are going to take a quick break.
I don't know why. I have a feeling that it was like the gardener or the housekeeper, or I said that from the beginning. I thought maybe someone that was working there and knew who she was, or maybe they were doing work for her and they overheard her on the phone. It's weird. If she didn't know the people, you would think she would have tried anything, but she's so, elderly and she can't really move. she wasn't very mobile. She was very there, you know, she didn't have dementia or anything. She was very sharp, but she couldn't move that fast. Good point. I think Annie could have helped in why is TMZ reading the notes on Fox News and others news can't read them. That's a very good point. Who hired these people to get close to her? And why does TMZ have the Bitcoin account? But neighbors would have heard. I don't think they would have. It's very rural there, and allegedly it takes, neighbors are quite far away, is what I heard. Just sneezing. Excuse me. It seems like anytime the weather changes and it's nice and then it's raining again, pollen or something. Makes me sneeze a lot. So what a crazy situation. It's a very crazy situation. We're gonna end this live. We have JE live and then we have Kenzie live reading. I want to get through both of those today and then maybe do some Jody or something later. So I'm gonna end this live. I will create another one if something comes up with the Nancy stuff, or if we're live later, we'll finish our lives and then come back to Nancy if there's an update. I don't think there's gonna be, unless, like I said, the body's found, she's recovered, they make an arrest or a press conference, which at this point we haven't heard of any press conference. The houses are far apart with desert between and long driveways. It's so dark at night. Yeah, and all those coyotes, remember too, like the wilderness out there is wild. I've never been to Arizona, but I would like to visit sometime. Anyways, thank you guys for being here. Thanks for the gifted membership, Chucks. Please tap that like button on the way out, because as you know, YouTube and the government are trying to censor anyone covering JE. So they've been on me. So please hit the like button. It definitely helps. Yeah, Drakey, hopefully you can make it to Kenzie reading. I think we're doing Kenzie next. After this, I think we're going to do some text messages reading. Like I said, hit the like button. I was reading your guys' comments. Hit the like button, turn on your notifications so you are notified in case we do abruptly go live like we did today. Thank you all for being here. And like I said, don't forget to hit the like button. I'm going to be pushing that a lot more because YouTube censoring people. Thank you for being here, and I will see you guys shortly.